I am here. I am there. I am everywhere. I am the earth. I am the sky, the sun, moon, and the stars. I am the universe. I am God. I am even the devil. Who am I? I am the noun. When the sun sets in the west, when I see a bird on my windowsill, when Joe plays with Neha, I'm talking about nouns. Where the bird and the windowsill are nouns. And so, a noun is mostly the subject of a sentence. And there is no sentence without a noun. So, a dog is a noun. A dachshund is also a noun. A girl is a noun. And Lakshmi is also a noun. So then, how do we differentiate between the two? Both are nouns. Then what is different between Lakshmi and a girl? Between a dachshund and a puppy? Well, there are two kinds of nouns. They are common nouns and proper nouns. In our last class, we spoke about nouns as naming words of persons, places, animals, or things. And we called the noun the grandfather of the house. So here we see the grandfather everywhere. That is what a grandfather does. He is what you call the carnivore. He is always there, everywhere. He has an opinion in everything. And so we have the noun appearing everywhere in our language. All sentences have nouns. And so we come into specifications of nouns where we have common nouns and proper nouns. Where common nouns are all those nouns which are used commonly, which denote things that are commonly spoken about when they specify or when they refer to a larger category, while proper nouns are more specific. So common nouns would be girl. If girl is a common noun, then our Lakshmi would be a proper noun. If a puppy or a dog is a common noun, then our dachshund or Labrador will be a proper noun. So I can be, my name is Cinny, so I can be Cinny, which is a proper noun, while at the same time I'm a woman, which is a common noun. So a proper noun, here the difference would be a proper noun always begins with a capital letter. So if we write Lakshmi, it would be a capital L. Every proper noun begins with a capital letter. I hope you'll remember that. And then common noun, as we say, is general, while a proper noun is specific. So we'll go on to teacher, ship, river, building. What are they? They are common nouns. While a proper noun, as I said, is more specific, and so the proper noun would be Mary, the teacher, Titanic, the ship, Meenachil, the river, and Taj Mahal, the building. So remember, proper nouns are always denoted with capital letters. Now we come into another category of nouns, Let me draw for you something. I hope this looks like what I want to convey. I hope you would call this a fish. Now, this is a fish, right? Now, I can talk about one fish. I can also talk about many fishes, right? So, fish and fishes, they are nouns, both are nouns, both are, as we said, common nouns, but fish is a singular while fishes is a plural. So, we have singular nouns and plural nouns. Let me write that for you. So, we have plural nouns, and also when they come together like this, we can call them collective nouns. So, you can have a stair, when you climb upstairs, you can have a stair to a building. A building can have one stair, now if this is a house, you can have a stair that leads to the house, a step that leads to the house. And you can also have, if this is one step, if I just talk to you about one step, we can also have a number of steps leading to the house, can't we? A number of steps. Now, when it is, you can call it a stair, S-T-A-I-R, and then when you have a number of stairs leading to the house, you can call it a flight of stairs. Same here, when you have a lot of fishes coming together, or you see a lot of fishes together, you can call them a shoal of fishes. A shoal and a flight. Also, you can have a bead or a pearl, and you can have a string of pearls. Pearl and a string of pearls. So, these, when you have nouns coming together in a group, you call them collective nouns. So, we had common nouns, proper nouns, and now singular nouns, plural nouns, and within plural nouns, a category would be collective nouns, where you have a group or a collection of the same. Now, that is particular. You have to have a collection of the same things coming together. So, it should be a group of fishes. You cannot call a fish, a dog, a monkey, and a bird coming together. You cannot call them a shoal. So, that would not be a collective noun. A collective noun would be a group of something similar coming together. So, a flight of stairs, a string of pearls. I hope that is clear. So we have a collection, common nouns, proper nouns, singular nouns, plural nouns, and collective nouns. And collective nouns would usually be common nouns coming together. Common nouns which come together could be collectively called collective nouns. So this is what we have covered: common nouns, proper nouns. Remember, they begin with capital letters. Singular nouns, plural nouns, collective nouns. A group of nouns coming together as a collection, group of similar nouns coming together as a collection would be collective nouns. Now, if I were to pick out single nouns like a book. Now, I'm trying to draw a book for you. I hope this looks like a book. Anyway, we'll write on this. It will resemble a book. So, a book, a car. This is the old-fashioned car. No, I don't think you see. Okay. So, a car. We take a single noun like a book, a car, a table, or a sandwich. Now, you can touch cars, you can hold books in your hand, you can eat sandwiches, you can sit at a table. So, all these nouns that are things that you can touch, that you can see in front of you, that you can see running, that you can see stopping, that you can see standing, that you can see falling, are nouns that are called concrete. So, they are concrete nouns. So, concrete nouns are those nouns that you can see, that you can hold, that you can talk about in numbers. So you can talk about 2 cars, or you can talk about 10 books, or you can talk about 5 sandwiches. So those are concrete nouns. Now there are certain times when you feel pity for people. You feel happy at certain times. You feel sad. You feel angry. Now at such times, you speak about pity and anger and happiness and suffering. Those are also nouns. But they are nouns which you cannot hold, which you cannot talk about in numbers, which you can only experience and feel. So, those nouns which are experienced, which are felt, which can only be conveyed through emotional exchanges, are abstract nouns. So when I talk about a book, I'm talking about a concrete noun. But when I talk about gaining knowledge from a book, I'm talking about an abstract noun. So knowledge would be an abstract noun, while the book would be a concrete noun. When I'm traveling in a car, the car would be concrete, would be a concrete noun. But the joy I experience while driving a car would be an abstract noun. Got it? So, success is easy if ability and opportunity are properly utilized. In a sentence like that, success, ability, opportunity, all 3 of them would be abstract nouns. So, we gain knowledge from books and wisdom from experience. Experience, wisdom, and knowledge are all abstract nouns. so which can only be felt. Therefore, an abstract noun names an idea, a feeling, a quality, or a characteristic. So we have concrete nouns and abstract nouns added to our noun list. Now, some nouns can be counted. Some nouns can be counted. Again, we see books in front of us, cars in front of us, different cars in front of us. So, books can be counted, cars can be counted. And so also can dolphins or houses or shirts, students, bags, all of them can be counted. Now those nouns which can be counted, from which you can gain numbers, that you can count them in numbers, are called countable nouns. Countable nouns. But there are certain other things, other nouns, which cannot be counted. For example, sand, sunshine, sugar. Can it be counted? No, you cannot talk about those nouns as you talk about cars or books or bags or sandwiches. You can only weigh them or talk about a little salt, or if it is pollution, that is also a noun, but it is a noun which cannot be counted. You can only say there is too much pollution or very little pollution. So those nouns which cannot be counted, which you cannot say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are uncountable nouns. So we have countable and uncountable. So you can say a book, or 5 books, or many books, or a few books. So there are certain terms that are associated with countable nouns. For example, you can say a book, right? You can say an elephant. You can say many toffees, or a few books. We repeated books. A few pearls. So these are certain terms: a, an, many, a few. These are certain terms that you can add to countable nouns. What about uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns cannot be equated or cannot be preceded by a or an, because you cannot count them. Nor can they be preceded by many or a few. You can talk about them as little or much. Now you can say a little sugar or even some. So you can talk about a little sugar, much pollution, and some sunshine. So nouns can be countable and uncountable. So countable nouns would be nouns which can be counted, which can be accompanied by articles like a, an, and also you have them in singular and plural. Singular and plural. Remember that? So here we have countable nouns. A, and, many, few are certain words that can precede them, and remember they can have singular or plural. While uncountable nouns cannot be counted, obviously we spoke about that. We cannot use a or an with them, and you can use uncountable nouns only in singular. The singular forms of uncountable nouns. So when you talk about salt, or when you talk about sugar, when you talk about pollution, or when you talk about the air, you cannot say one air or two air or airs. Well, that is a certain specific usage when you can say the girl has airs. That is different. But the quantity is always expressed in singular. So countable and uncountable. Now we have a last noun to add to the list, and that would be called a possessive. So we have possessive nouns. So we were talking about possessive nouns, and I'm going to write down something for you. This is a sentence. This is Joanne. She is, remember, yesterday we spoke about pronouns. I'm talking about Joanne. In the next sentence, I would add she instead of repeating Joanne. She is Joel's sister. She is Joel's sister. This is Julia's doll. We can talk about Georgie's blue bag, or Hannah's water bottle. We can talk about Lillian's notebook, and Jitu's desk. Jitu's desk. So our list is long. When I add this apostrophe and an S, it becomes something specific to that person, right? So we have Joel's sister, Julia's doll, Georgie's blue bag, Hannah's water bottle, Lillian's notebook, and Jitu's toy. So these are possessives. When you have Georgie's blue bag and Hannah's water bottle, Lillian's notebook, it becomes specific, or it becomes a possession of that person. So those kind of nouns are called possessive nouns. So our list is long. We have nouns that are common nouns, a girl. We have a proper noun, answer. We have singular nouns, book. We have plural nouns, books. We have collective nouns, a fleet of ships. We have concrete nouns. We have a car. We have abstract nouns, joy. We have nouns that are countable, again, balls or bags. We have uncountable nouns like sugar or sand or sunshine or energy. And we have possessive nouns like answers, doll. So this would be our list of nouns. I hope it is clear. Thank you.